Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what I was trying to do right there, but don't worry about it. It's that time again. Ladies and gentlemen, Yanks Talk Ball. We're back in the building. A brand new episode this week. A lot of entertainment, exciting football, man. You know what I'm saying? Some storybook type stuff. A lot of stuff was happening over this past weekend. Of course, we got to break it down. The squad is in the building. People got stogies in their hands. People's clean shaven. I don't know what the hell's going on because I just joined, but we're going to figure it out this episode. Let's run to the roll call, man. Adrian, how you doing, my
I have
friend?
to stop you. I have to stop you. There's a guy here. He is inhaling nothing. He has a cigar in his mouth. He's just putting it in and out of his mouth, inhaling nothing and blowing nothing out of his mouth. He's actually doing the whole thing, blowing.
And he has a guest pass club lanyard around his neck that you think might have been a medal if you didn't know better.
He's inhaling nothing. He's just putting some, like, literally a big thing, just like putting in there, inhaling nothing and smoking nothing out.
Listen,
we can't even introduce ourselves before. Like, this is crazy.
Just let him do the introductions, please.
Oh my goodness, his commitment to the bit is admirable, but I don't know what the fuck he's doing outside of that. But let's get to the roll call real quickly. Adrian's in the building. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, what's going on? I just want to say, Chase, I appreciate the shithousery. That's elite. It's just elite. If you're a listener,
Good result.
I urge you to go ahead onto the YouTube channel, even if it's just for a couple seconds, and look at the setup right now, because put a lot of effort into it. So.
I gotta say,
he said, "Yo, I feel bad for the brother. He put in all this time and effort. Please go look at him."
Oh man.
I mean, to some degree, all the memorabilia around him is actually kind of impressive. That's years of collecting.
That's all background to the main ensemble that he's got going on right here.
Shit. I live this shit.
He was almost living MLS a fucking week ago, but you know what? That's beside the point. Listen, Phil talks ball. He's in the building. What's going on, Phil?
What's going on, man? I'm just excited to chat footy.
Yep, it's that time again. It's that time again. No Chill Gene. He's in the building with us. What's happening, dog?
I'm gonna have some questions for Chase, and I'm excited to get this rolling.
I hear it, man. And last but certainly not least, you know what I'm saying, the man whose team got 3 points today, who seems like he's in a good mood. Chase is in the building with us. What's going on, Chase?
Smoking on that St. James's pack today. Feeling good.
They played us different.
Don't worry about where we were.
Yeah, they got touched at St. James's.
1 point from 10th place. Newcastle, we're on your ass. Bell to ass tour. That's what Pat Bev says. We're on it. I'm ready for this episode. Mudrik, fucking skin. Oh man, I'm feeling great. Let's go.
Man,
Wait, can we start with a game? Can we play a game to start? I've been waiting to do this. All right. So I'm gonna give you 2 players. We're gonna have player A, player B. Blind stats. I want you guys to tell me which one you'd rather take. All right. So player A, 24 appearances in the league. He has 11 goals, 8 assists. Okay. Player B, 27 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists. Who would you take? Can we just go around the room?
More context. Me, what position?
No one's gonna. No one.
Are they?
Both attacking players at Big Six clubs.
I'm gonna judge every one of you if you guys respond to this nonsense. Like, I will think of you less as a person if you guys literally give this guy.
The viewers want someone to play along.
I'm about to say,
let him play along. Give Trey. Play it along.
Yeah, who are you taking?
I'm not playing with it. I'm not playing along with it.
Yeah, take a guess on who they are.
The first one.
No contest. It's probably Palmer and Palmer and Bruno Fernandes. That's what it is. Is that what it is?
You would be correct.
Palmer. Goals this season? Is that right? How many goals?
4 goals, 6 assists.
Now do you want to listen how stupid you are? Now you want to listen how dumb you are?
Appearances.
Wait. You want to know how dumb you are? Wait, who do you give your player of the right now? Season ends. Who do you give your player of the year? Young player of the year award. I'm assuming Palmer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the dumbest person of all time because last week you made a clip saying, how can you give player of the week, not player of the season, young player of the season, to someone who loses? This guy's in
Yeah.
11th place, and you're gonna give a loser, the ultimate loser.
He won.
You're gonna give him young
He
player
won.
of the week.
It's a
You're
week by
11th
week
place.
award.
That's a loser place, especially if we're top. That's a loser. That's loser right there. 11th place is a top 6. That's loser, and you're gonna give him young player of the year.
We have a game in hand on Newcastle, and they're only a point ahead. So
You could be
you're
8th
talking
place.
to
You could be 8th
place team
place.
right
That's
now.
still loser. That's still a loser.
Hey, Gene,
For
Gene,
a top 6.
Gene heard the argument. He was like, "Hey, listen, bro, I'm on to you, brother. I'm on to you." Nah.
I'm gonna use his whatever he
his
uses.
fucking.
I'm using whatever he said last week to right now. That's it.
Listen, man.
The funny part about this is Gene either had Palmer and Bruno's GA memorized, or
Literally.
he just knew where Chase was going with this.
I just knew where he was
Just
going.
had it right there
Yeah,
loaded.
I just knew where he was going with it.
Bruno's GA memorized because it keeps him up at night because he's fucking has less GA than Palmer has goals.
Oh my god.
He could have less J than whatever. We're still 6th place, and you guys are what 11th still, right? Okay, leave it at that.
Oh,
Mud
man.
Brothers. Let's
No.
get going. I'm good.
And if y'all want to show some brotherly love like these two folks are showing, man, you can do that by rating this podcast 5 stars. Go to all your audio podcast platforms on all major platforms. Again, go rate us 5 stars there. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. Yanks Talk Ball everywhere. Again, in social pages, everything is Yanks Talk Ball. All the clips, all the, you know what I'm saying, memeable moments like you might have just seen a minute ago, everywhere. We got it all. So make sure you go check it out to help us get further in the algorithm and support us more. Now, with that being said, let's get to these predictions really quickly before we kick off the episode. So we want to set that straight for who gets the power of the mute and who will be subject to a potential mute this episode. Just to run through it, again, we had 5 fixtures: Liverpool City, Chelsea Newcastle, Aston Villa Spurs, Roma Brighton in the Europa League, and Bayern Lazio in the Champions League. In 5th place, with a whopping 0 points, the first mulligan that we've had on the show, it's Phil Talks Ball. Phil, he's in the 5th.
Okay, I think I need to defend myself. Okay, I'll start by saying I came in 1st place in the last 2 weeks. So there's a level of quality that I feel like should provide some credit in the bank for a stinker like this. And secondly, if you look at each of the actual predictions I made one by one, they were not outlandish predictions. This was a freak week, and the data I had leading up to this just failed me. That's all I can say.
Football Twitter only looks at the GA, bro, so you're screwed. I'm sorry. They don't look at the eye test. They don't
Good
just
thing I'm not on Twitter, man.
No, that's facts. That's facts. But
The hell with that app.
4th place with 4 points. Next up, we got No Chill Gene in the building. No Chill Gene with 4 points, so not far off. Only one result. So I mean,
What was the result? The Bayern?
Wait,
one or Roma?
no. I need a. You didn't give me the Bayern one then, because I got 4 with the
No,
Roma winning.
Very clear that you couldn't have that because you were very adamant not to.
yeah, no. I gave him the Roma one. That was the only one that he got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
So you had 1 point.
Yeah, that was the only one that he got. Everything else, it was wrong. I was about to say. So yeah,
Okay,
that
so
was
you got
only
0.
Yeah.
Well, I predicted Bayern to win the game, and they won the game.
No, you said Bayern 1-0.
1-0.
Then it goes to
Yeah,
pens.
they won the
Then
game, though.
Then Lazio 5-4 on penalties.
Yo, that is a broken prediction, man.
So Lazio win on penalties. So
I made
Lazio
sure to
wins the
ask.
game. This
That's
guy's trying to
broken.
cheat the
That's
system. This guy trying to cheat the system. Now you can't go extra time. on
Nah,
that.
if I was last place, I would have fought for this. So I'm okay with 4th place. I won't fight.
All right, but in 3rd place, with 12 points, we got me. I got 12. I got 12 points. Not too bad of a haul. A couple things just didn't go my way, but it is what it is. And who wins the competition this week?
2 winners.
Who
Damn.
wins? Not 2 winners, but who
Okay.
wins?
Okay.
We have Adrian again. He's won.
Chase can't win
is in
nothing.
2nd place. It was only a difference of 4 points. Chase had a very good haul, but he fell short at the first 2 results. But he got Chase had the Bayern result perfect. He had the Roma Brighton score. Just the result, not the score. And then he had Aston Villa Spurs 4 points, but he didn't get his own game, Chelsea Newcastle, 2-2 draw, he said. And then Liverpool City, he had a 2-1 win for City, which again was nothing. Adrian had a perfect score on the Liverpool City game. He didn't get anything on Chelsea Newcastle. He got points on everything else, 4 points on everything else. So he got the correct team on everything except the Chelsea Newcastle game. So that's how he broke through. He has the power of mute. He can subject it on Shango through this episode.
And mute.
As long as I'm not getting muted by
And
the
he's muting Liverpool.
Yeah.
What
As
a
long as I
great
get
time.
muted by a guy with that backdrop, it's fine with me. I'll take it. I'll take it this week.
Hey,
You won't see me in
listen.
last place again, man. Mark
Yeah,
my words.
that
No,
is
no, no, no. It's not last place, brother. It's the 0 points.
No. That's settled.
Oof.
But I just don't want to get muted by the
Yeah.
Chelsea
But
club
Chelsea
gift shop.
Hey,
No, yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't
good.
want that.
They gift shop FC rest up. But this Adrian's second win? Yeah, second win.
I think me and him tied for another one.
Yeah.
Nah, he beat me the other week.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
cheesy
it might be 2 or 3. It
win
might
too.
be, yeah, something like that. But hey, man, he's up. He's got the power of mute, and given it is somebody who has the power of mute, and the person that has, you know, what I'm saying, is at the mercy of the mute. We got to get right into the meat and potatoes, man. City, Liverpool, the biggest clash of the season so far. Fireworks, drama. You know what I'm saying? Action all over the park. But it ended in a 1-1 draw. I mean, if we can open the floor and get right to it, man. Again, so many storylines, so many narratives. Pep and Klopp's last clash in the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? It most likely is. So many different flashpoints, referee decisions. There's too much to get into. But generally, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who wants to start. Let's start with the two parties involved here. I want to start with Adrian. Adrian, what's your perspective on the game and how you felt about it?
I mean, I was definitely happy with the result. I'm not gonna, sit here and celebrate it like it was a massive accomplishment. But I would have taken a draw going into the game. We couldn't lose this game. We couldn't allow them to pull away from us. They would have been how many points ahead? They would have been 4 points ahead of us. But in terms of the actual how the game went, it's like I didn't expect it to be much like different from the way it went. I knew that we were going to give up opportunities. The times we've played against, particularly the Big Six this season, we've given up a lot of chances. So I can definitely say that in the moment, our midfield and defense are not controlling the game anywhere near to the level that we were controlling them last season. And even up until now, it's already mid-March, and I can already say now safely that we've dropped a level from last season. It's it's just the truth. So I mean, it was a little unfair to expect that we would be in the same level as last season, because we were at the very top as a treble winning team. But we definitely dropped more than I had believed. So yeah, and even it's funny because even last season we still lost at Anfield. So I was even saying that
terrible Liverpool team.
to a Liverpool team that finished 5th in the league. So definitely we have a thing about going to Anfield. It's one of our bogey fixtures of the season. We never seem to win there. We've only won once there under Pep Guardiola, which was in a COVID year where there was no fans in the stadium. So I didn't expect it to be a whole lot different than the way it went. I mean, we definitely could have lost the game. We probably should have lost the game, so we got away with it. So I'll take the result any day of the week. We're still in title race, 1 point behind, and how many games left? 10 maybe.
10.
Yeah. So that's my perspective on the result.
Fairs. And before we open up to everybody else, Phil, let's hear from your side, bro. Going into this again, the injury ridden, no Konate, still a couple people out, a couple people coming in, a little bit of rust on them. Like, you're going up against almost a fully stocked, City side. Even though it's Anfield and you guys have that advantage with the crowd, it's still like, damn, yeah, they're coming in stocked a little bit. So how'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, going into the match, I said before, like a lot of us ended up actually watching the match together, so a lot of my thoughts. But I'd said I'd be fine with a draw. I mean, the last time Liverpool and City had a big title decider that was relatively close to the run-in was 2 years ago at the Etihad. And at that time, City was ahead of Liverpool. So it's a different mentality going into it as the leading team, because going to that, I was like, the objective was to win. We had to beat City to claw those points back. But now it's different. Liverpool was a point above City. So while, of course, a win was ideal and would have been amazing, because, I mean, the last time Liverpool won the league, they had to do a similar thing, beating City at Anfield. And I think they took the gap from 6 to 9 points back then. So it would have been ideal. But I was like, realistically, looking at the run-in Liverpool has after this, it's not too bad. So just don't lose to City at Anfield, and it should be okay. But with that being said, after the match played out the way it did, I cannot say I wasn't gutted that Liverpool somehow didn't win that match. I mean, that 5-10 minute spell in the second half where Diaz could have scored a hat trick essentially, and Salah had that one like half volley that went wide. Elliott had the goal that was from the offside goal that went in. Nunez had the chance from the Robbo cross. Like, it was ridiculous, the onslaught. I don't think we've seen City peg back like that since the Villa game earlier in the season.
Facts.
Yeah, it was just
Very
relentless,
much facts.
and you could they couldn't play out the back. They couldn't keep any kind of rhythm in that half. They were just hanging on for the draw. And even with that being said, they almost snatched the game at the end with that that Doku chance. So yeah, I mean, it's that part of it hurts because I think Liverpool really deserved to win that match. And I pray for, obviously for the club's sake, but also for someone like Luis Diaz, that the title isn't decided by 1 or 2 points or a goal difference at the end, because like that can haunt you, man. Like that's chances like that, especially the one that when Salah sent him clean through and he tried to curl it, open his body up, and it just had no spin on it and just flew wide.
That was the
So I mean, but it was
that thing in the back. Oh
yeah, man. But it was. But the thing is, it was just such a great game of football. Usually when I'm that invested in it emotionally, I can't appreciate the spectacle, but I was able to on Sunday. It was just a terrific match. Like, 2 of the 3 best teams in the league, 2 of the best teams like in the Premier League era, 2 of the best managers in the Premier League era, and Anfield was at peak volume for almost the entire 90 minutes. And yeah, man, it's a shame we couldn't get the win, but I don't even know what Gene is.
You said the 2 best teams in the Premier League era.
No, I said 2 of the best teams.
He said current.
Oh,
2 of the
okay.
best
Current.
teams.
No, he didn't say current. He said of the Premier League era.
He said
of.
He said 2 of the best teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Just
the
making
best
sure.
team in the last 7 years too.
Yeah, definitely the last few. No, I hear it, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, and it was just and like specifically, like just everything in the match from a Liverpool perspective, other than those finishes, was just perfect. I mean, Endo was a monster on the pitch.
I was
The
just about to
absolute
get to it,
bulldog.
bro.
I feel like Rodri, De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva, like,
Bro,
we're going to bed.
couldn't
We're going to bed just
contain-
having nightmares of this guy just snipping in.
I mean, De
Bro.
Bruyne got subbed off
recoveries-
and threw a temper tantrum to Pep.
Bro.
There was clearly
man,
something
like-
there. He was frustrated.
I mean, he had a terrible game. Just the misplaced like passes that he was having, it just wasn't normal with him. You know what I'm saying? He should have been. I mean, Pep did the right move.
I mean,
taking him out.
Newcastle, Liverpool had him. I said Newcastle because I'm so focused on that win today, but Liverpool had him rattled. I mean, like you were saying, like Diaz, everything but the finish. There was like that 15-minute period where he could have dribbled by, I think, 20 players in a row if he wanted to. Like,
That was
he was
after he missed all
was-
those chances. He was going crazy.
Yeah, but that one time he sent Walker just the complete other direction. Like, he was
Two
like
times.
getting in and out of tight
Facts.
spaces. It
Yeah.
was crazy. But again, you gotta. I mean, but that's the thing is like now, like Phil said, like you look at the game now that it's over, and you're like, Liverpool will be frustrated that they didn't win the game, because I do think they deserve to win the game, because even the goal that Stone scored, there was almost that argument that the same thing that happened in the Chelsea-Liverpool game happened then, where he was offside and kind of set a pick for Stones to go and score. I think Ake was offside. I don't know if that was
No,
like
no,
back
no,
there.
no,
people were
no,
trying
no.
to say
It's a
offside,
corner.
but it's just
Yeah,
a corner. It's a corner.
You can't be
know what I'm
outside.
saying?
Okay.
They set it up how they set it up. You can't.
I
really
thought it
just-
was I didn't see the goal. I
Yeah,
thought it was a
no.
wide free
If you-
kick. That's why I
no,
thought.
No. It was like again, like
Okay.
Ake
It was a
was
corner.
Ake was just kind of set up over like.
Okay, if it's a corner, then the ball's going back. So it doesn't matter.
Twitter,
Okay.
like,
No.
Gomez should have marked him.
trying to say it was
Gomez should have
offside.
marked him. He just like let
Yeah.
it roll as it
Yeah.
went through.
Okay.
That-
I thought
that
it was
the
like a
problem.
wide free kick. That's why I
No,
thought he
no,
was
no,
off.
no.
But
No, the
I mean,
thing
either
is,
way, like Diaz, like I said, he missed it. That one chance that Salah put him through, that was the one there that you're
that
going
was
to
the
regret.
one.
But I mean, just look at the Liverpool team sheet. Obviously, yes, they're at Anfield, and that's going to play a factor in it. But I mean, Bradley, Kwanzaa, the goalkeeper, Elliott, all those guys don't start in the best. I mean, half their team is basically not their first choice 11, and they did what they had to do. Like you said, they didn't have to win this game; they just had to not lose it, and they did that. So I mean, I think it was a good performance. I think it was more concerning by City. Like you said, like City looked rattled. I've never seen them not be able to keep the ball like that in a long time, to where they were just, humping along and then trying to like gasp for air. Pretty much, that's not what you normally expect. So, But
Like specifically
no.
seeing Rodri give the ball away or lose the ball as many times as he did. It was just
he needed he needed to untuck his shirt for this game, bro. He was getting run ragged, bro. I'm sorry. It's oh my goodness.
Yeah, like when you see Rodri like doing hurried first time like passes that he's trying to switch the play and then he just rolls straight to Gomez who's pinching in. It's just like it was just even watching through the TV screen, you could just feel the wave of the energy at Anfield, just almost like pushing them on in that second half to score the second or third goal. And
who would have thought Endo would have been that 6 that you guys needed? I mean, obviously he's not a physically imposing player, but that unlocks McAllister to be able to move up higher up the field. And then the penalty. I mean, fair play to him, like stepping up in that moment. Granted, he scored one midweek, so he was kind of in form on penalties, but someone had to take it and he put it away. So,
bro.
I mean, the craziest thing about
number 8 is just
listen.
French kiss. Like he's past like 5 or 6 matches he's been playing. I think he's
SpongeBob
had a goal
was a
assist.
bit suspect out there.
That
But
was his first game, like fully back, though.
This is Soboslai's first start since the Chelsea match.
I would at least give him some slack because he just came back.
Your first start.
So don't start him.
Me personally,
don't start.
Who's he gonna start? Who's he gonna start other than him? There's no one else.
Klopp could play that in that role right there.
No, and Soboslai wasn't so bad that you should just.
He was bad.
No,
he had like 60% pass completion.
Yeah. No, he wasn't so bad that you would just put in a kid there to do the job instead. No, his energy was still there. He was combative in the midfield.
At the very least,
just the final quality in his passing.
They had McAllister to have the quality. That's what they needed. I mean, that's kind of what they've lacked in the past. Is they had like these 2 8s who, Henderson or Milner, whoever, who kind of just ran around but didn't really have that final product. Now you get that with McAllister, plus the final product is just I'd say he can play in the 6, but you want him to play the 8. And if Endo's a guy who, I didn't think he would be the guy who could unlock it, especially in the Premier League, but maybe he is, or at least in this moment he was. So
literally,
he was more than Endo, bro. He was an Oscar winner, bro. Godzilla -1. He was a monster in that midfield, bro. He was giving people trouble, left, right, and center, bro. It just every 50-50 was just going his way, bro. And it wasn't just like luck, bro. He was just so active in tackles, putting out fires across the midfield. I haven't seen in duels City look that wild in midfield in a long time. They looked like out of sorts, like they just weren't getting to nothing. Like,
McAllister played a big role in that too. Like on the ball, he's amazing, of course, but his like tenacity and ball recovery and just ability to nip in to win those second balls is very underrated. I feel like he's just everything Thiago should have been when he signed him. So I mean, I'm just really excited that like what the future of Liverpool's midfield might be. This is also without Curtis Jones, who's you could argue has been Liverpool's best midfielder this season. So yeah, exciting times ahead. I just wish the game could go on.
I think Elliott helps when he was playing with McAllister because they both just pressed together. Like anytime that ball would be on that left side, I mean that's where that mistake came from Ake, right? Where he passed that to when the Nunes penalty. That's where that right side was trouble during the pressing. I mean, I'm sure the left did okay, but McAllister and Elliott were on everybody as soon as they like I said, they'll kick the ball up. Boom. Yep.
And
Elliott had a great game. I thought he was fantastic.
Facts. And it was funny too because I remember just from a tactical standpoint too. Somebody putting us on Twitter, and I remember when we were all watching it live. Phil, you said something about like why was Bradley so high up, and I was like, I was confused too at one point. You know what I'm saying? I guess when we're trying to start making that switch, but I feel like that also helped like City lose control a lot because in the first half I feel like it was like they packed midfield. They usually do was disadvantage to y'all because y'all were trying to at least stay disciplined. Second half y'all were like, all right, bet move Bradley up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Trust in Van Dijk to at least cover the spaces or whatever and start clogging things up a little more.
I think it was just like the opening 15 minutes. Like the opening 15 minutes of the match, Liverpool wasn't able to really adjust to the way City was playing with the ball. So City was just passing through Liverpool's midfield, and then since Bradley was just getting caught out of position, and there were so many openings on that City's left wing. But once Liverpool's press was able to like really click in, and like that small percentage adjustment was made, then Bradley being high up and pressing with Elliott with McAllister on that side, it
worked out.
Adjusting the whole picture.
Adrian, can you just admit that was a penalty?
Can I what?
I just want you to admit the Doku challenge at the end.
Damn.
I'm just saying. Penalty or no
looks like Javi Alonso in the World Cup final.
It was a penalty, yeah.
Kidding.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to say.
So, Adrian, are you nervous that the title's out of your hands now? You have to rely on other things to happen. I mean, you can't you win out if Arsenal or Liverpool wins out, they win the league. That's what it's come down to now. It's out of your hand. You need something to happen. Granted, something probably will, but
That was the same case.
Win
maybe.
10 in a row is tough.
I mean, we were in a worse position last year.
these teams look different though. Arsenal had the choke gene last year. They don't look like they have that anymore. They brought in some winning mentalities in Kai Havertz.
This guy, I'm gonna let that go.
Right now, Arsenal don't win at Old Trafford very often. There's like, it's just there is a dynamic that such dynamic exists. You know, like
Yeah,
but they brought in Champions League winning players. Not even as a joke.
Spurs,
Like,
right?
Yes,
Yeah, they have to go away
Spurs,
to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, Spurs. That's big three. Spurs, City, them.
Yeah, Arsenal have the hardest games.
Yeah, they do.
So, you know, there's no guaranteed wins there. You know, no matter how bad United are, they always turn up at Old Trafford against Arsenal for sure, and sometimes against Liverpool too. So, you know,
Yeah.
there's no definitely. You know,
but Man United is big part to play with what happens at the end of the season.
United
a lot of pressure on you.
United and Spurs.
United and Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs literally play all of us in
And
consecutive
Aston
weeks.
Villa, right? Aston Villa plays every
yes.
team, I think.
I think they do too.
Yeah, I mean their form right now is terrible, but it might pick up.
I mean, there's just no rivalry.
United's at Old Trafford at both those games, though.
The thing is, there's just no rivalry.
Lock down the fortress, Gene.
Yeah, but again,
And I guess parking that bus.
at least back to the game. At least back to the game itself today. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was a market, like a real noticing point for City. Like, damn, they couldn't maintain control. Maybe the absence of Grealish probably was a bigger miss than you would think. Trying to maintain control in an environment like this to keep recycling the ball. Just looked off. Again, KDB wasn't as proficient as he typically was. There were just like a lot of points of noticing a bunch of things. Again, like Holland. I mean, Holland's going up against VVD. That whole, that 1v1, that whole showdown. VVD's kind of guided him to his weak side, and then just petered out. It
was his left side. That's his strong side.
Was it strong side or left
yeah,
side?
It was his left side.
He got on.
Holland won that, by the way. I don't understand. Holland won that duel. He just took a shit shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got where he wanted to go.
But I'm about to say, but VVD still has to be in position for that. He still has to be in position to at least be a body in the way of that.
No, he was a body in the way, but it wasn't like VVD against Mbappe in the World Cup where he closed Mbappe out and didn't let him get his shot off type stuff.
Yeah.
Holland just took a bad shot. I mean, obviously VVD made it for him to have a hard shot, but it didn't come out.
That's the point. That's at least the point I wanted to at least mention though, because I'm like, yo, you can't panic. The motherfucker.
The streets are saying
not once.
The streets are saying that Grealish might be the best player on City, man. He puts everything together.
Bro,
is that true?
No, it's not true. I mean, it's just we're playing against Liverpool at Anfield. Like, it's just I didn't expect us to impose ourselves in the game. Like we never do at Anfield. That's just the way it is. So
yeah, it's not like Grealish has cooked at Anfield.
Even when we played last year with Grealish there, we still lost. We just don't win there. that's it. There's really nothing else to say about that. So I'll take the 1-1. It was not a
same.
We should have lost. We got away with a draw. We'll take it, but we just got to focus on the rest of the games, and particularly beating Spurs away, because that's another bogey game for us.
No, that's real. That's real. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, again, from my view, again, people said it already before. It's like y'all haven't been done like that since Villa. Villa probably did y'all worse, but it's still, that was in the ballpark of just like y'all lost control of the game. Y'all couldn't really gain it back, especially the second half as it went on. Liverpool just some of those chances, bro.
The thing is, I just double checked because I wanted to make sure. You guys had 65% possession in that game that you guys lost last season to them. I think this season that wasn't huh?
It was less than half for City this game, right? Because of the second half.
That's what we mean. Not just like losing to them or tying or whatever. It was just the way that it went down. Because even if you guys lost a bunch of, like, say you always lose games, they were not undefeated team, but they would still outpossess the team, have more chance, or you know what I'm saying? They would just get caught in the break, and that's not what happened. They dominated in the second season. In the second half.
Still not domination though. We weren't getting the ball when we wanted it. But last season, or in prior seasons too, we haven't been able to win there. So Even if we do have possession, it's still, I wouldn't say it was domination or it was the way that we wanted the game to happen. And I don't even know about this game. I don't even know about, like, what the possession stats at the end of the game were.
No, Liverpool had more.
It was like 47% possession, I believe.
Probably worse performance than last year. Different result completely, but yeah, worse performance.
I hear it. And just to double check the stats on this one. Yeah, it was 52% possession to 52.8 to 47.2 in favor of Liverpool. Same amount of shots on target. Liverpool had 19 shots. Y'all had 10. I'm about to say touches were about even. Passes were almost even, like 584 to 530. And then pretty much everything else was fairly even except for the corners and just for the corners because Liverpool had 7, y'all had 4. But yeah, like the tide gets away from you at Liverpool, bro. Like the tide just gets away from you in certain ways. Again, like us this season too. I'm like, when you're on top, you gotta try and capitalize. If you don't, just don't fucking die because they will literally they will drown you in like 5 minutes.
And that kind of worries me a bit. That both of those games against Arsenal and City were pretty similar matches. If you look at just how they both played out,
That's
and
facts.
like those both ending in 1-1 draws, and like at the end of the game, from the Liverpool perspective, being like, we'll take it, but we probably could have won that match. There's just that fear that at the end of the season, like
it could bite
you should be beating your title rivals at home, and at the very least you shouldn't be losing away. And Liverpool lost at the Emirates, so it's a bit of a concern that those couple points might come back
Again,
at the end of the season.
But the thing is, you guys have the easier schedule compared to the other two. I mean,
Right.
City does too, but you guys are a point
but,
ahead of them.
But yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Liverpool in terms of the schedule are in the best position. You know what I'm saying with this team that y'all have left, and it's like the mistakes of the past probably have because y'all placement, they probably hurt y'all the least.
What do you mean by mistakes of the past? Like not beating Arsenal and City?
Potential drop points and stuff like that, like fixtures that y'all felt.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be like a mental block. It's just I'm talking
nah.
the pure mathematics of like
just,
how many points
just the
you might
probability of shit. Yeah,
lose
I
by
hear
at the
you.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, but overall the margin isn't that crazy. Like if somebody went like a crazy drop of form, like when we had a dip in December, I don't think it's as bad. Like again, if it's the fine margins, it'll fucking suck. But if we'd lost like 4 straight or whatever, then we're obviously not gonna have a best chance in hell.
Like what happened
What was that, Adrian?
Nah, don't worry about that.
last year,
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, don't mention that, brother. That's the only
Trey
way.
said next week. Trey said next week he's gonna confirm if Arsenal are gonna win the title or not. He's gonna have to double down.
I'll stand. I gotta stand on business next week. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
mid-March. He said it's next
international
week.
break special. International break special.
Yeah, what's happening next week? There's no games. There's no Premier League games.
exactly.
Well, we're still gonna do a pod.
Yeah.
And then
No, I'm saying how is his decision gonna what's gonna impact his decision?
we're gonna have to do like a little thing where it's just him
breathing
talking to
room,
the
and
camera.
it's right before Man City. So I mean, I'm gonna have to predict some shit either way.
He's gonna say he's gonna take his talents to.
We'll be waiting.
Take my talents elsewhere. I'm dead.
We'll be waiting for it, brother.
Nah, fairs, bro. But yeah, I don't want to be shameless like Chase and say nothing. But all I'm saying is I got my side eye on Rodri, man. Rodri in transitions every time. I'm just like, yeah, I'm waiting for that argument to keep rising, brother. That's my way in. That's my ticket in. That's my ticket in. That's my ticket out.
Like imagine me watching Declan Rice the way you watch Rodri. Like that's,
Huh, bro?
That's why he's watching Rodri like that, though. He wants
But that's-
Rice to
that's-
take over the throne.
Of where?
He's just waiting.
Get the
Of
fuck
best
out.
DM.
like the same as when
Declan Rice
Oh,
isn't
yes.
even
Oh,
a
best
DM
DM,
anymore.
okay.
Yeah, even though he has to have
And
cover from Jorginho to be able to play that role, but it is what it is. Yeah.
He's had
not
one.
gonna say
He's had
it's
one
bad,
game in
right?
DM where he
This-
wasn't even great.
This obsession
One
with
game.
Rodri that Arsenal, I'm not saying you in particular, Trey, but a lot of Arsenal fans have with Rodri is the same. That they bring up, like they bash other fan bases for comparing everyone to Saka. Like every winger that does something is just compared to Saka immediately.
Oh, I mean, listen, that's outside of this perspective. You know what I'm saying? One, I'm involved in that group too, so I won't even lie. I won't even sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I will be a Rodri hater for some days, but outside of that, from a neutral perspective, you gotta respect the game, bro. He's literally the best DM in the world, and like after he stunned you, and you know what I'm saying, and pulled so many last minute winners and crazy goals and great performances on your head top in succession, you gotta like if we're in earshot of having a player that can either usurp him or do things that are like in that quality, the comparisons is just gonna come up naturally. I think what I'm saying. City at most points over this past stretch of time have been the best team in the world. They've had some of the best players in the world. DM is no exception. Rodri is no exception. So I feel like the comparison is just gonna always be there. The hate is kind of like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Was I pushing for a red card for Rodri on this game? Absolutely. I was waiting for that boy to get sent the fuck off, man. That yellow was there. I was like, come on, baby, lock in. But
Are we gonna have a talk about Michael Oliver in City games, or we're just gonna let another one slide? The Kovacic against Arsenal.
Yeah,
those were
that's
red cards.
that's very
those red
questionable.
cards, like. Kyle Walker didn't walk with it no yellow that whole game against Liverpool.
The reffing throughout the fixtures of this past like week and change from PGMO in general have been crazy. Like the reffing in general from a lot of people, bro. I don't know, man. It's just off, bro. But
I feel like Michael Oliver is just on a personal mission to make up for the handball he didn't give City against Liverpool back in 2019.
Yeah.
A Trent one in the box.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just
that wasn't
it's just on his head.
Just
So
allowed
like,
goal in the game I had last year, and the reverse fixture earlier this season.
in the reverse fixture. City had a disallowed goal.
Yeah, City had disallowed goal. Either he's trying to
Yeah,
equal some
like
shit or whatever.
Diaz was like impeding Allison.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
I mean,
something there.
it just makes it worse when Walker comes out and he says that Michael Oliver is one of the best referees in the league.
Let's talk about
Like for a player to
let's
be
talk
saying
about
that you're the best referee in the league is crazy.
Just let Kyle Walker represent the entire club, you know?
bro.
Well, he's a City player, so
My
he
man,
obviously
Who keeps giving him a
He's your
microphone?
captain.
You
He's
let
your
him
captain.
talk. They let him
He's your
talk
captain.
post match.
He's your
They let
captain.
him talk post match
That's
at
a
the
captain.
desk. They let him talk to these people on Monday. What
They let him talk when he cheated on his wife. Like, just stop letting this guy talk.
Bro, he has the captain armband. That's your captain. That's not like, oh, he's a U18 player talking about City. That's your captain.
Oh
No,
man.
it's just I don't for sure look at that and think like, oh, I want to identify Walker with or as the representative of our club. Even though he is the captain, you could perceive it whichever way you want, but I don't want to perceive it that way because he's just some shit. Like, this is true. He gave an interview with the Sun about cheating on his wife with a model and having 2 children with her. Like, who does that? Like, that's like when Neymar exposed himself for cheating on his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't do a whole interview. He just goes on Instagram and posts a story about it. You know,
putting a post on Instagram about it is pretty bad though. Like, it's just dumb.
Bro, he had a sit-down interview like he was Lukaku when he wanted to go back to fucking Inter Milan.
I don't know.
Or he was LeBron James. Yeah, the decision. Fucking 3-part series. Kyle Walker cheats on his wife.
Yeah, the guy when he's speaking to the media, he doesn't say good stuff. So I'm not gonna.
well, someone from the City organization has to. There's no way they're putting him in this situation to talk. No,
you need to shut.
No one else can. Who else are they going to put up there? John Stones,
Anyone.
probably, I guess. I don't.
yeah, Stone anyone.
Nah.
I'd rather, we have a couple other players that I'd rather be captain of the club than Walker. Diaz, maybe I would rather have these players. Rodri, I'd rather have these players as a captain. So
Even Ederson, bro.
maybe.
I don't know. There's always a thing about there's a stigma about making goalkeepers the captain.
There's a lot of stigma against keepers.
Yeah.
Like they can have a good match and lose, and you can't say
Oh
anything
my
about it.
gosh. He's never gonna let it go. He's never gonna let
It's a stigma,
I'm
man.
not even gonna respond to that.
It's just like Courtois. He can't win the Ballon d'Or, even though he deserved it. It's just a stigma. I'm gonna respect keepers, and people could continue not to.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond to what you're trying to insinuate with that. Keep in mind, I was someone who said Neuer should have won the Ballon d'Or in 2014.
Oh man, we gotta let it live, man. But that's final thoughts on City Liverpool. That's how we feel.
You had to
Word.
draw right from the start, right?
Yeah, we said that last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey man, listen, I appreciate y'all for that draw, bro. Made me feel a lot better inside. But now we can slide on to the other person in the title race. Arsenal had a match against Brentford.
I thought you were gonna mention us. My bad.
Damn, this 6-horse race. Yeah, 6-horse. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to y'all.
My bad. It's because you looked at me. I thought you looked at me. My bad.
We'll get there, brother. We'll get there. You're gonna get some. You're gonna get some. But again, Arsenal Brentford 2-1 at the Emirates. A lot of narratives that could have went on, but stood on business, handled business, and went through. I'm opening up to y'all, man. How'd y'all feel about that game? If y'all watched it, or how y'all felt about our position now, narrative, storylines, whatever y'all want, man. How'd y'all feel about what y'all saw?
I said it as a joke, but you brought in these Champions League winning players, and look what's happened.
Champions
I
League
mean,
winning
it is
players.
what, like,
As a
actually.
matter of fact, hold on. Don't even say anything before we get into. I don't even got to mute, but let me say this first. Hold nuts, Chase. I just need you to hold nuts real quick. I just need you to hold nuts. The people you cast aside, brother. The players that you slated and say, "Oh, 65 million, that's great business. Get rid of the dead weight."
Thank you.
Get rid of the dead weight. They're literally mounting. You know what I'm saying? A possible title challenge with these folks, bro. With these two, they're centerpieces, bro. Look what happens when an actual good environment brings out the best in players. Like it's wild what an actually healthy, sustainable, big club can do. It's wild. It's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? It can actually show what a player does over time. You know what I mean? I get it. You can hit there, but you might hate your life if you win something. You might hate your life after. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Havertz loving his life right now. Jorginho loving his life right now.
I've been doing a lot of soul searching about who I want to win the league, just considering I'm not involved. I've decided I want Liverpool to win the league because I don't want to listen to you guys fucking talk anymore.
Oh, baby.
Nico, we're brothers now.
Yeah. Oh, no. You better
You're finished, Shaco. There goes Liverpool chances, brother.
You better
I'm on the bandwagon.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna wait till next week to fully stand on business, bro.
I can't.
I mean, isn't that the
you guys are going to be knocked out of the Champions League tomorrow to Porto anyway, so that's just done.
The Chelsea and Arsenal way: give your players to rivals so they could win trophies. That's the way they operate, and that's
to be honest.
I mean, us
goes both ways.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah, us out of financial necessity. All right, that was born of financial strife. That's our fault. Their fault is
so is theirs.
That's straight incompetence. That's straight incompetence.
No, it's financial. They were gonna. That's FFP, bro. That's financial fair play.
Players on loan from the beginning of time. You have
that's financial fair play, bro.
Nah, man.
They had to sell. They had to sell Havertz. They had to sell. They had to sell Mount. Those are players they had to sell.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about their whole 15-minute span. You know what I'm saying? The revisionist history period from 2004 or 5.
Courtois, KDB, all those. Yeah,
I'm just saying, most of that is out of incompetence. Now they
Mohamed
Salah had to come fix that back. But I'll leave back to y'all, man. How y'all feel about it? I'm gonna go back to the corner.
Tomorrow.
Nah, Chase, you can continue. I'm gonna go back to the corner.
No, go ahead. I wish you would have lost.
All I have to say is King Kai, bro. I mean, I hated on him in the beginning of the season. I've admitted this for the past couple of weeks. I mean, and he's flourishing. There's a reason I picked him up in fantasy. I knew that he could do wonders, and that's what he's doing for me. So, shout out to him.
How many goals does he have now this season?
8.
He's on, I believe, 8 in total or 7 in the league.
12.
Yeah, I said 12.
And only one
12,
penalty,
baby.
right?
12, baby.
And only one penalty.
Only one.
It was a sympathy penalty too to start him off.
Don't worry. And look how far he's gotten, brother. Look how far he's gotten.
Could just be a hot run of
winning games.
Nah.
I mean, he did this before this form too. He won games
in the Champions League final.
And don't let this goal and assist run fool you, bro. Because even before these goals started hitting, he's been putting in good performances and doing what he was supposed to do, and starting to understand the environment. The environment started to understand him, and he's starting to play at a level that he has.
He's not an 8. He's not an 8. We've determined he's not an 8.
Trey, where is Havertz's long-term position at Arsenal?
Bro,
wherever Arteta needs him.
And again, this is my
He's like a 9.5 or
this
9.75.
Even he said this. Even he said this in an interview literally after the Brentford game. He was like, "Yo, they asked me this so many times before."
Is he the McTominay for Arsenal?
Okay,
some people are asking.
I don't think he's a McTominay.
A game winner to score the headers when you need. Could play the 8.
I mean, it's not rocket science. Saka and the other winger play so high that he can play the way he it works with. This is the perfect environment for him to play the 9. It's just that I think eventually, I guess maybe I'm going to be proven wrong, but you think eventually you need him to score, 15 to 20 goals to actually win the league. I guess we're going to find out. I hope he proves me wrong. If he does, fair play, but I do still think you need that lethal striker, and I think that's going. Unless you have that,
that was my same thought.
And this is my thing. If he continues to be as tactically flexible as we've seen and we believe he can be put in a variety of different positions and still find a way to influence the game. If he's playing from 8 and we actually buy a striker per se, and he still plays as a shadow striker, he can win the second ball. The striker actually gets on it and gets other opportunities from there. It would make sense to put him in 8 position. You know what I'm saying? And press high up the pitch. It's just tactical flexibility at this point, and him and Jurrien Timber were literally the people, honestly, and by extension Rice, because I didn't think Rice was going to really go be in an 8 position, but most of the players that we bought this summer have increased our tactical flexibility. We could put them at least 1 to 2 different positions and change how we approach the game. And so I can't shoehorn them into a 9 or an 8 anymore. I can say it depends on what we're doing for that game. If we have Gabriel Jesus,
Be a
or
left
whatever,
back too.
you can say at some points he could be. Listen, he could put a shift. He could cook. He could score.
Which I don't think it's not really even a slight on him. I think that people, and even my perspective, like, you always want to give someone a position. That's just how it goes. It's very difficult when someone's always kind of in that weird place where it seems like they can't pinpoint a position or lock down one. It almost discredits what they're doing. But I do think, like you said, there is value in having someone who can play, especially in a title run where you're having to play 38 games. You have to have flexibility to where if Jesus goes down, I'll play the 9. And it works. I mean, as long as Saka is producing at the rate he is, granted, I think your other winger, you probably want some more goals out of him, but they do enough. I just feel like eventually you may run out of goals. That's my concern with Arsenal. And at a point, I think you're not getting those little cheap goals that a Haaland gets or even a Nunez gets at times.
No, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. We're missing the presence of like a real like a poacher at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you had one, I think you'd run away with the league. I think that's the one. I mean,
to an extent, I could agree with that. But again, it's just I just feel like people are where we rating the project, the squad where we're at. We're still missing again some of those pieces to fully outfit the squad with the full versatility that we want, the full ability of again the roles that we have in store.
Because Trossard is kind of the same idea. He can play so many different positions, and you've seen how much value you get out of that. It's just, is Havertz okay with when you do bring in a true number 9 with maybe not playing as much, because you're not displacing Rice or Odegaard, and Jorginho has kind of found a spy. I know this is like way ahead of time, kind of focused on what's going on now.
I understand. But again, for the future, like when he came in, Jesus was still playing the 9, and he was still kind of learning things at the 8 position. I think there's enough trust in Arteta with how he sets up to warrant again him being put in certain places, and he can have a productive role, and he's been doing that. Again, he just hasn't had the GA to match, but he's had influencing performances from midfield this season before. He's grown into the role of midfield responsibility. He's grown into the 9. Now again, you want to balance the scales and say he's had better performance at the 9. I don't disagree. I agree with you. He's had much more productive performances regardless of GA, I think, in the 9 role, but that you can't discredit what he does at 8 and what he brings, the extra aerial and ability, or extra dueling ability in midfield. He just wins his shit. He's deceptively strong. Him being a man marker, him actually again showing some nous in terms of spacing, being able to again lock down things, his pressing. Like, there's things that he can bring from different positions that's good. I can't see players as just people in their fucking roles no more. You know what I'm saying? At least
that's just what it is now. I mean, Pep kind of started that with these inverted fullbacks and shit. It's like you really don't know what the hell is going on.
They're all just tools in the toolkit now. That's why I can't be like, oh yeah, he's definitely, like, some people, of course, based on form and stuff like that, they're undroppable. You get it, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, when you look at different teams and the way Arteta and the squad learned from their mistake last year, because when one pin dropped and we had one injury and stuff like that, and we couldn't adjust, we didn't have the depth to adjust and really, again, be as approachable. He's pushed the issue to be versatile and be hard to prepare for, and being versatile to set up with. That's what he wants, some real unpredictability. That's why people have said, oh, we're hard to set up for, or we're hard to, you know what I'm saying, we're hard to plan for, because we have a lot of different options and ways to attack things. That's what he wants. So I can't shoehorn Havertz into one position or the other, because if we don't know what we might see on that day, we don't know what the task might require. So at least I'm looking at everybody like tools in a toolkit instead of just players in one specific role. But in any case,
you do have some unpredictability at goalkeeper too, though. We got to talk about that. It's bad. Yeah. It's bad no matter what way you twist it, no matter who's back there. It's just it's bad. You got lucky.
His last game against Brentford was pretty funny too. Some of the stuff
Hasn't Raya been good for Arsenal recently?
Very. He's settled into his role. He just needed time. He's been incredibly good. More than good.
It was the beginning of the season now. He was up until like December.
Yeah. And then
after the picture, where all changes.
Yeah, but
that's the root of all. That's the root of everything there.
All right, let me say something about Ramsdale, and let me stand on business about something before I actually stand on business next week. This is what I have to say. Ramsdale holy shit, I had my head was on Mars, bro. I wanted to literally power bomb something, bro. I wanted to throw something through a window, WWE style, like I was Triple H raiding somebody's house. I was ready to like get it on combat style. It pissed me off so much to beyond no end that the one narrative that we needed to avoid, the one game that he was forced to play in, the one mistake that he didn't have to make, he made. So Salib was right there for him, whatever, he's teeing up for a long kick like he's back in the relegation fight days, and then goal, bro. It just straight panic. But outside of that, we saw the worst of Ramsdale in that moment, but we also saw what the best of Ramsdale could be. You know what I'm saying? There was 2 instances in the second half where that one Tony shot actually was going goal bound from like the way far left. He just kind of floated a shot over there. Ramsdale makes a really great save. And there was another header like 75, 76 minutes on where there was like a clear header a Brentford player had. He saved it, tip save over the bar. Those kept us in the game as much as the goal that he gave up took us out of it or brought Brentford back in. So it's like, this is my thing. He's obviously the number 2. He has to understand he's the number 2. He doesn't have the confidence to play out, claim crosses, be as proactive in starting attacks as Raya is. That's what Arteta wants. But I'm going to stand on business. So what I said before, when Raya first came in, I still don't think there's that much that separates ability-wise Raya and Ramsdale. It's the confidence to do these things that he needs to work on. He needs to build. He has to get the mistake out of him because he has the bozo gene in him. I'm not gonna lie. He has the bozo gene, bro. I was about to say,
Raya almost did that against City. He literally got lucky it didn't go in against City.
Yeah.
He did literally the same thing.
That's the origin.
I don't see Ramsdale being at Arsenal this season.
And this is
Yeah,
my
He
no
won't
way.
be.
This is
Just
my
like
thing.
Martinez, just like Leno, they're gonna leave and they're gonna be great keepers for another club.
And this is my thing though. Me personally, of course I want to have my talent stay. If he can accept that he's a number 2 and still find some shouts to play and at least learn, because he's 26, that's young for a goalkeeper.
He kind of screams Fulham to me. He feels like a Fulham guy.
And it goes right after Leno. I'm about to say,
Yeah, can't replace Leno again.
Nah, Leno's
that's crazy. But
their best player.
But listen, he's 26. To me, that's relatively young for a goalkeeper. Raya's like what, 28, 29 or something.
I mean, he has like
you know what I'm
10
saying?
years.
But again, why are
He
they
has
bringing
time
this
to-
guy in and give him the first? They give him the first thing. Like it just, you have to look from his perspective.
Oh, no,
He was their
no.
keeper. He was their number 1. He was gonna get shouts to get into England and stuff like that. And then let's bring this guy that's on the same level as him and let's give him more chances to be the team's number 1 keeper.
But
Why
again,
is he gonna want to stay? Why is he gonna want to?
And
Like,
it wasn't more chances. It was the same amount of chances that he gave when Ramsdale came in usurped Leno. It was the same cycle. But it's the fact that
But they should have respected Ramsdale and give Raya just cup games and give Ramsdale just Premier League games. That's what they should have done.
Listen, I can't debate with what Arteta may have seen or the squad may have seen behind closed doors to elicit certain ways and made a change or whatever to switch that early to Raya. I can't predict that. I can't go back in their minds and see what they were thinking at that time. But I can say off of the performances that have been given, you know what I'm saying, from prior and before, what kept us in, you know what I'm saying, what kept us in certain games last season, the incredible saves that Ramsdale made, were also combined with those mistakes. And if the margins are this tight against Man City, against Liverpool, no time for slip-ups. There's no time for mistakes like that where we can't get bailed out. And if you're seeing that consistent pattern and you want somebody to back up, somebody that's maybe a little bit more assured, again, maybe athletic saving ability, you know what I'm saying, could be closer than you think, but everything else is still a plus above. You got to take that risk. You got to at least take it. So Ramsdale has to understand he's the number 2. Off of everything that we've been seeing, he's the number 2. Now he can either, again, stay and at least learn for a couple years in a solid goalkeeping core. He's 26, he still has some time to go. He could stay here, he can still get playing time, he can still get some chances and looks in and be a successor when Raya probably eventually leaves or something like that in like a couple of years, because whatever, he's 28, there's a few years there. Or again, the bright lights.
Why would Raya leave in a few years?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I'm just saying, or the more likely option is, again, he wants to get the money move. He also wants to get the recognition and shit for the England squad. he wants to be in that conversation consistently.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't left already. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't leave in January because he's not like he had a realistic shot to get in the first team in the Euros. That's definitely not happening now.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I just feel like I think the environment, even though he's been dropped as a number one, it's still been very supportive for him. And I feel like that's the environment has still caused him to stay at this point. I don't know if he will pass that. If that was his last game, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he could end up going to a team like Newcastle. Hope is what, like 31? He could go to Newcastle, and that could be a problem.
He can go there. I was gonna say he probably could have gone Chelsea if Sanchez was still there, but Petrovic might be a solid option for them to keep. So I don't know. He'll end up somewhere in the Prem, probably somewhere in the Prem.
A lot of places.
He'll find a destination, and he's a top keeper, and he can be an elite keeper. It's just
he could become Onana's understudy.
You want him to go from one understudy to another, this guy, bro. But all I'm saying
well, there's
is,
levels to understudy, right?
Yeah. All I'm saying is that game typified why he's not the number one. He makes some great saves, but when it comes down to it, when it's that crucial moment to get there, he causes us some more trouble than good. And we can't have that. You can't have that in a race against Pep City, against Klopp's Liverpool.
Would you rather keeper do that against the team you're competing with the league or against 16th place?
Honestly, based off of past
you rather them do it against
past data, do it against the big team. Do it against the big team, bro. It will get my head on mark because this man did it like 3-4 times against Southampton.
Dude, you're lucky because I was telling them I had the clip loaded last week where you were like, you just got Weesa'd and you showed Weesa on your phone and shit. I had that loaded, ready to go. I was just sending in the group chat, had it literally in the message thing, ready to hit it. And then Havertz scored. I was like, not only do I not get to use this fucking clip, but Havertz scored. It was horrible, man. I was like, this
reverse
man.
Card. Oh man,
I had it. I was ready.
That was so sweet. But real quick, I do want to show some love to somebody else though. One of the best.
No more.
No.
You gotta make this one quick. You said real
yeah.
quick for the past 10 minutes.
It said Brentford, by the way.
Y'all keep asking me counter questions, bro. That's all I'm saying. Also, side note, fuck Brentford. I'll get to that in my fraud of the week speech, but don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Little preview. But I will say, top 3 right backs in the league, Ben White. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name.
A man who hates footy.
Listen, don't even watch it like that, bro.
Wait, so Ben White, top 3?
Reece James.
No Reece James. I'll give him top 4.
Listen, I'm not even mad. Just put respect on that man's name,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
I'm saying top 3.
I think he's a top 4 right back
Trent's
in the
one
league.
period. Trent's one period. You know what I'm saying? You can leave that alone, just off of ability alone. You know what I'm saying? That's there.
Fuck it. I'll say Ben White is better than Trippier just because of the Trippier mistake.
It's impressive because he's not really even a right back. Obviously, like that's
Whoa.
not his primary position or his top. It is now, but
yeah. But again, bro, people were laughing at us again in the same summer where Varane went that way. You know what I'm saying? Koundé went that way. You know what I'm saying? And then we got White. He was the third clowny dragon. He was the third one doing the dirt face. But look at it now.
Well, that's because it was center back. That's
Yeah.
because right back is a different position. If you guys played him center back, I think it might be a different story.
He played center back for a fair. Like he was one of our best players when he first joined as a center back, bruh. He was.
So why didn't they move him? If he's the best, if he's
center back.
Yeah. He got moved. Talk about getting moved. He got moved to right back.
Then that's fine because Gabriel and Saliba are that much of colossi, bro. And again, his experience from prior teams, Brighton and Stockport. This man's already had knowledge of inverting, becoming a CM, moving up the pitch, being again agile enough.
There's only
move
one
midfield.
team that's got the worst out of Brighton players so far. There's teams that got
and
Brighton
managers.
players and they're doing very well.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Almost every time that brother's been called upon, he's done the job. And Southgate's a criminal for whatever personal thing his assistant had with Ben White's not included.
Let's wait. I want to hear the speech when he goes against Rashford at Old Trafford.
That's the only person that's a bogey. And yo, if he puts him in a pocket, I got smoke for you that day. I can be a man.
What happens if he? Okay, so you rather him pocket Rashford and lose the game?
No, of course we want to win the game. I want to say I'll take my.
If you guys will win the game and Rashford will score a goal. Nah, if you guys win the game, Rashford will still score on Ben White.
Yeah, I'm about to say probably at some point. Well, whatever. That's by the by. But I will say Rashford again because of those one little Rashford comps, because that's his one bogey matchup. They think he's shit. But this guy actually
No,
does
I don't
it in all
think. I don't think
phases. I'm not
any
saying
of us
you.
have.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying y'all. But I'm saying the timeline, bro. This is for the internet, motherfucker. This is for y'all, bro. For anybody who ever thought
It's just
this
his
man was
tan, bro.
waste.
He looks like he's in Love Island.
Looks may be deceiving. People's calling him the Love Island Maldini. You know what I'm saying? Let that stick. Let that stick, bro. Because everywhere, every phase, 2 assists, he was man of the match. I had to rescind my man of the match. I originally gave it to Havertz. I had to take it back. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, he was damn near flawless, bro. Damn near flawless. Give your flowers to Benny Blanco. That's all I got to say on that, bro. We move.
Thank you. Okay, can we talk about Chelsea and Newcastle for 1 second? Let Chase say whatever he wants, and no one's gonna care at all. It's a mid-table. They had a scrape by.
That was the battle for 10th place.
Watch masterclass. I would like to say, on a serious note, switching to the 4-4-2, thought it looked great. I think that second goal encapsulates everything. Just pinning Newcastle back, moving the ball side to side. Gusto, besides the one bonehead moment where he was trying to juggle over people in the middle of the field for the Isak first goal, was very dangerous down the right side. Cole Palmer does what Cole Palmer does, be one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League. Nico Jackson, are we all going to talk about it, or are we just going to act like that didn't happen? Clearly on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing there. They even said on the commentary.
It was the worst flick finish that happened in the Premier League this weekend.
Facts.
Mateta's
way
Yeah.
better.
Okay,
Mateta's
but
way better.
they even said on the commentary, if that was Drogba or Anelka, people would have been like, "Oh my god, that was insane."
I still said it was good. I'll give him his flowers, bro. But
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
It was a nice-
that
it
was
was a
good.
smart finish.
Yeah, like-
Palmer and the Mudryk goals were better. Like, those
Yeah, the
were-
Mudryk
Oh, the
goal was
Mudryk
better.
goal. Oh man, don't get me started. You guys removed me from the chat because I was so excited about that. It wasn't fair. I wanted to enjoy it with everyone.
I added you.
Man,
Out of all people, I added you.
Thank
back,
you.
at
He
least.
sent Shar for a hot dog, and then the composure. I thought he was gonna fuck it up. I was nervous for a second that it was gonna get cleared off the line, but again, I don't know. I mean, the 4-4-2 at times, they couldn't stop talking about the fact that Gallagher was sick all week, but he was running around on the left mid. It was a good performance. I was happy with it. Inching closer to that top half of the table, and Poch in. That's all I have to say.
Dang, Poch, he's
You know what's
back
funny?
in.
That Mudryk goal, when the ball is almost cleared off the line like that, it makes the goal like 1 point more ugly on the scale.
It takes away from it. If it would have been a
Yeah.
clean back to the net, it would have looked a lot better.
Yeah, it
but
went from 8.5 to
the move
7.5.
Yeah, the
So
move
like, I want to
itself-
blame Mudryk for it. Like, you should have positioned it. You should have placed it more in the corner so that didn't happen.
But Cole Palmer, I mean, again, like the finish, again, that whole move was what we've needed to see from Chelsea, where they actually pinned a team back, moved the ball side to side. Even the ball went out, it was in real quick. Enzo found a good pass, splitting defenders in a low block, which I've never seen. First time I've seen in how long Chelsea actually break down a low block, and Palmer has that bit of quality to put it away. But it was a good performance, but man, it was a great performance. What are you fucking talking about? I'm taking all the happiness I can get right now. Come on.
You know what?
I mean, but all jokes aside, though, Chelsea are actually closing on a Conference League spot if that's what they want this season. I think you're 4 points off of 7th place with a game in hand.
They want that. I think you're at the point where I think you can almost make an argument for some clubs, like why even deal with the Conference League and fatigue your players. Chelsea needs the Conference League to get back in Europe
I
and
really think so, though.
more
I think
games.
it's like,
And
'cause
And also
I
there's-
don't think any Big Six team in the Conference League is gonna get banter. It's like a lose-lose situation. You're getting
No, but it's like
Yeah,
the issue
but
is like
look
when
at
you're a
Spurs.
big
Look at
six
Spurs.
club, when you're one of those bigger clubs, you have a gigantic squad.
Yeah, you
That
gotta,
if you're not playing in Europe, you have a problem. You
people
know?
are
especially
Yeah,
need games.
they tighten it up.
So-
They tighten up the profitability rules and shit like that. So you gotta fork up some coin.
Right.
Yeah, plus
there's
we
that
want
too.
Osimhen to come in and get acclimated to the league. So if he can score some goals in the Conference League, that will obviously help as well. So
That's gonna help him acclimate to the Premier League.
Nah,
scoring the
you
Conference
yeah,
better-
just by scoring some goals in the Conference
You
League.
better warm them accumulators, bro. You cannot even tone it. You better put them bet naps up in his room. That's all I'm tell you.
You want Osimhen to bench Nico Jackson?
Jackson's more of a winger. I've determined.
I would pay money to see him play left wing. I would
He
pay
plays
money
left
to
wing
watch
sometimes.
him.
I need the chase
I'll
count
pay money.
report. I need the chase count
Yeah.
report on everything I love. I need to see what you wrote.
Man, that front three of
No
Jackson,
comment.
Osimhen, and Madueke. Oh, that'll be numbers. That's gonna do numbers, bro.
They were on the meme charts,
We
bro.
just
but-
forgot about Nkunku, but he's injured every other day. So
No, that's beside the point. But real quick, I will say, bro, Newcastle, bro. I want to say this really quickly. A lot of people said that certain other teams would be a flash in the pan based off performance from last season, but it's tough. They got hit with everything. It just feels like they can't hit nowhere near.
They're the most
form they
injured
got
team I've ever
previously,
seen,
bro.
though.
Yeah,
Even today, Gordon got hurt. Like they
That is
they
bad.
can't
They just
touch
can't
it.
sustain anything, bro. Like it just everything in Newcastle is lost its luster. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just lost its shine, bro. It's like people's holding on by threads out there. It's tough, even though they put up a good
That's
fight.
what makes good teams great. The fact that they can do it consistently. We all said at the start of the season, like once more games started coming around, how are they going to handle it? And they handled it very bad. So that's what separates the the top clubs. But also it's just a lack of depth, which I mean they brought players.
With so many players, bro.
But speaking of their squad depth, though, that Murphy. Oh man,
that Jacob Murphy goal was crazy. Was nasty.
Yeah.
That was nasty. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. And the Isak goal too. The Isak goal was.
the Isak
filthy.
goal
That was
was
a nice
a
finish.
It was
It
just.
was
It was really smart.
quality finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a
he's
quality
cold
forward.
though. Yeah, that's what he does.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Newcastle, if your funds is low, bro, if y'all finish low, man, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I still got some love in my heart, bro. We can make
Bro,
a
I've
deal.
been saying for time, I think Isak is the perfect Arsenal striker.
He's him.
Absolutely perfect.
He's still very high on my list, bro. I
don't think they'll turn around that quickly and
bro,
send him out.
If
They do need money though. There
the
were
money
rumors
is
in
calling.
January of Isak, Trippier, Almiron.
They still got
like,
Tonali
Where's all the money? Did their
Yeah, Tonali's still on
fake
books, bro.
sponsorship deal not work?
Nah, the
They're, like,
Premier League is
sponsoring
the Premier League is
themselves.
on that stuff,
They
man.
about to crack down on that
They're
shit,
on
bro.
these financial
That shit is
these
fraudulent, bro.
FFP. Yep.
Shell Company
balance
FC,
the
bro.
books.
All that shit getting shut down, baby. You need to
I wouldn't be
sell.
surprised if at some point they like have to cash in on Lewis Miley and Longstaff, these
I mean,
academy
he's
players.
actually only
that-
24. You
Yeah.
could get him in 2 years, and I could see that. But holding out 2 years for a striker, I mean,
Nah.
Yeah.
We either
This summer, I feel like Arsenal needs
it's
to.
literally in the next
go
2
for a striker.
seasons, literally. And if Isak becomes available, that's the person I want.
would you
honestly.
put him over Osimhen and Tony though? I put Osimhen ahead of Isak, but Isak ahead of Tony, based on age. And
Yeah, based off of
gambling.
that. But again, the Premier League experience. But for all these players, availability is still my biggest concern. Of like, everybody's had their little stints. You got to kind of like pick your poison on that. But Premier League experience, he's already come in proven, and the way he plays is already like there. The only concern I have with Isak, again, is the off-ball work and intensity in defensive structures. But like I said, if somebody, I talked to somebody on Twitter about this. Shout out to Kingdom Sports. He's a solid dude. He was like, yo, if we have Havertz still on the team, he literally just pushes up from midfield, does the dirty work, and helps Isak out if his off-ball stuff is kind of weak, and still sets him up for a lot of things, which could work in a lot of situations. So I'm like, if you set it up, if the team is set up to help him, cool, while he adjusts defensively.
But I mean, Isak has to work off the ball in this Eddie Howe Newcastle team.
Yeah,
they're
true.
a very front foot, high pressing team. My biggest issue with him is just the literal availability of how often he gets injured.
Yeah,
because he hasn't had a full, even close to a full season
yeah.
since he's joined Newcastle.
I agree, and that's something I'm scarred by. You already know that, so it's just like we gotta tread carefully with this. The summer market is weird, bro. Because again, you might overpay for somebody who's just who could be available, or you got to go for the top bins, and you don't know if they're gonna be ready for even half of the fucking season, or they're gonna adjust well. It's a super toss up between this year and next year. You either have to buy top dollar now, or you got to wait for maybe a couple of the options to spring up in like the summer after, which is who knows what that's going to look like.
I feel like that's essentially every transfer window.
Yeah, true. But I feel like the striker market hasn't been as hot until this summer coming, because I feel like there's at least 4 or 5 like top names everybody's looking at like, oh, okay, that day.
That was the same thing last year and the year before. It's always the same thing, bro.
Yeah,
man.
On top of that,
It is every time.
There's no guarantee.
Holland-
If Arsenal win the league, what is
I
the
mean-
guarantee? Sign a striker, make money anyways.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it just depends on what they want, I guess. But Newcastle, I don't know how they're going to even recoup from this for the rest of the season. But, Chelsea, man, listen, crawling back from the depths of being in the same place for like 6 fucking
all
months.
about next season. It's burning for it's building up for next season. They just announced their USA tour. They're coming back to the States. I'll make sure to be there in person with all my merchandise to support the boys, make sure that they're working hard and training. But we can move on to Penn United and the fact that they
Manchester.
yeah, it's embarrassing. Jesus has been sitting here waiting to talk for an hour now. So go ahead, bud. 2 penalties, well done. Got outshot, by the way.
Oh wow!
23 to
Wow!
15.
Amazing stats. Wow, good job. What else?
More
you wanna
fouls, so
say?
you're playing dirtier football.
Okay.
Offside 6 times, so not even following the rules of the game. But you won, so well done. Playing a 4-2-4.
Unlike you, my team could keep a clean sheet. It's a easy win. I don't have to.
Against
You see,
fucking
I win a
Beto and
game.
Dwight McNeil. Good job.
Yeah.
Damn,
What we
man,
talking about?
That's a baller.
You
man.
see, I don't
Chill
have
out, man.
100. United, there's levels to winning games. I don't care. We should beat this team just as you should have beat whatever team you faced today. But unlike you, I'm not shameless. But I want to ask you a question. Which midfielder would you choose?
That's what he's been doing this whole time. All right,
A
go ahead.
midfielder has 28 goals, goes to European final, or a midfielder has 27 and he has 27 goals that season, but he gets kicked out of Europe. Who would you choose? The one with 28 and goes to the
Oh,
final?
one more goal and a European final, but no trophy.
No. Yeah, one more goal, European final trophy, or you get kicked out of Europe with one less goal.
What about assist?
Nah, we're not counting.
Oh, okay. I see.
No. We could do it. The one that got knocked out has one more assist. The one that went to the finals, he has one.
So
one less assist.
same GA essentially, and
Yeah.
neither had any trophies.
Yeah.
So,
But they're more attacking, so I'm going more goals than assists for them. That's why I said goals specifically. One has 28, one has 27.
I like this game. I'm gonna go with the 27 goals, but one more assist. I like the team player. And losing in a final, I don't celebrate second place.
You're celebrating 11th. You're celebrating next season accomplishments playing in the USA. What do you mean you don't celebrate?
Wait, so
Look,
I'm
bro, you have
curious
a
who these
cigar.
mystery players were.
Oh,
This,
one is the best midfielder ever, and then one is Bruno Fernandes. So one is
So it's
Lampard, one is
Bruno-
Bruno.
The best
Yeah.
midfielder ever. Who's
Yeah.
And when was this European final that Bruno went to?
Oh, Europa.
Oh my god, dude! Get this guy off. How do I
I hope
fucking
you
get off
leave.
the screen?
I hope you leave.
Get me
No,
off this
dude.
screen.
Thank goodness.
can't look- I don't wanna look at
No,
you anymore.
leave. Why do you even have the Discord? Just
I'm
leave.
dead. Nah, don't leave because you're about to say you're gonna ruin my damn picture on the damn recording, bro. Don't leave. You can
I'm
keep
wish
it.
you-
I'm taking a 5-minute protest.
It's
Oh my
so
goodness.
he realizes how dumb he sounds. I'm doing the same thing, so he knows how dumb it is.
I'm done. I'm done. But nah, I mean, it wasn't
No,
really,
there's nothing to say.
There wasn't, really,
Easy
yeah, there
win.
wasn't really that much to the game. All I gotta say is, bro, Sean Dice has to be one of the unluckiest men in the Prem right now, bro. Coaching, honestly, really good games. Actually, underperformance is killing him, bro. He's got to deal with freaking broken DLC.
yeah, probably the worst
DCL,
strikers
bro.
in the league.
Yeah, DCL and Beto as striker.
Right?
To what?
What did you?
Wasn't Beto supposed to be the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but he was the wrong answer.
Nah.
I mean, we had
It's a different
McTominay
question.
literally play striker. McTominay and Bruno were playing striker this game. So I mean, I don't know what to. Again, even though we still outperformed them at next G, we still had more shots on target. It was an easy game. It could have been
Yeah.
4-5-0 for United
Yeah,
the way that it went, but 2-0 easy
Yeah.
win.
It was just a
It
cruising
is
game.
what it is.
Yeah, nothing too much else to be said there for real, bro. But yeah, outside of that, just some quick hits from around the league elsewhere. So West Ham, y'all good? West Ham just they went 2-0 down to Burnley. They brought it back, but still the fact you're going to bat with Burnley like this is wild. At home.
Yeah, that halftime atmosphere was
At home,
from hell.
bro.
I would
that's-
leave, bro. I would leave the stadium.
That's crazy.
It's a Burnley.
I think people
crazy.
were leaving. I think people were
Yeah.
leaving the stadium at halftime.
Bro.
They
I
didn't see
don't
that
doubt
Danny
it.
Ings clutch up right at the end.
Word.
Shout out my boy.
Dog, but yeah, but in Burnley fashion, bro. At the beginning of the second half, bro, they gave it away, and then Bucket scored on the breakaway, and then Danny Ings with a crazy finish. That was a crazy snap finish, bro. That was fire. And yeah, that was that. That was that game.
Went over a year in the league.
Really?
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Damn.
I actually only found out he was only 31, which I thought he was older than that because he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, he was like 23 or 22 when Burnley first got promoted.
Jeez, yeah, and the only other thing I really wanted to mention out of the quick hits and stuff like that. Hey, what's it called? Mr. Emery. You know what I'm saying? Aston Villa, bro. I'm just saying we was watching. We've been seeing things, and you know what I'm saying, Gene. How
That
do
back
you
five
feel?
thing that they did.
I mean, look, there's a reason I said I want to wait till the end of the season to give his props and stuff like that. I mean, even if they get Europe, that's still impressive. But the way that they're going to the way that they are now is just
second half, bro. Second half is
definitely not the third best manager in the league, as some were saying. We're top 3.
Yeah, overall, fine. I can sit with that argument, like I said last time. But on form, brother, you got to show me the Carfax in that second half, man. I've been here before. I know what you are. I know what you are. So yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, getting rocked like this, bro. It was a dead first half too. There's some chances there, but like nothing really came about. But second half just explosion.
Call Marie the Spanish Brendan Rodgers.
No, you can't do that.
That's too far. That's too far. Yeah.
When has Brendan Rodgers done anything?
Respect Brendan Rodgers.
Right?
No,
disrespect Brendan Rodgers, bro. Disrespect.
Respect that.
I'm trying to think if Brendan Rodgers has even touched a European competition knockout round.
Bro, with Celtic,
I can't.
I don't know.
With Celtic, hell no. That's a 4th place in the group stage every season.
Is Emery is he a bottler? Like, is that
league?
Wait till the end of the season. You can't win 4 Europa Leagues already. Whatever he did and be a bottler.
In cup competition, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's a different story. He's proven.
Yeah, we're talking about Premier League bottling, whatever situation you're in the Premier League.
We'll wait to see if they miss out on Champions League. It'll be, you could probably say it's a bottle job, but it was still really impressive to have Villa here to begin with.
Yeah,
in the first place.
I agree.
Considering this is only
if you add the context
in charge.
Yeah.
If you add the context to it, yeah. But if you add up what they were in the beginning of the season to where they are now, like the first half to the second half, then
we'll wait to see how it ends.
You gotta wait to see how it ends. I'm not being conclusive yet. All I'm saying is,
did Ten Hag break Emery? Is that what happened? Did Ten Hag break Emery?
No,
I mean the comeback at Old Trafford and then
it was just.
I can't believe they got the league double over them.
It was just a season change, bro. It was just a season change. But all I'm saying personally is, I've been here before. I have been here before. So I'm not gonna be conclusive, but I'm saying.
Listen, I know we moved on from the West Ham game. I did want to
season 2.
Right? Wait. Before we go to Spurs real quick. West Ham, Calvin Phillips gets subs out, and then they scored 2 goals and tie the game. While he was in the game, they're literally losing 2-0. He gets subbed, and then boom, they tie the game 2-2. He gets subbed at the half.
He's still starting for England.
Family Man is having the worst goal of it, bro. He's having the worst season.
I love how Chase muted himself. Chase, he already knows. He already knows.
Just stay muted.
I was saying he would probably miss his Manchester City so much because it was always that what if. You know, we kind of thought like, oh, he could be good still, but it's been tough run.
That train is long gone, brother. Train is long gone.
It's funny how we assumed Pep was seeing Leeds, Calvin Phillips in training, and he was just being harsh when he's saying, "I don't think he can do it." It's sad, but it's like, nah, he was seeing this guguy,
bro.
The one that sent West Ham.
And I hope Pep, like, it's hard for him to sleep at night when he was like, he said the stuff about him being overweight. Yeah, I know.
But seeing those performances, he's like, oh, thank God, I couldn't deal with that shit no more, right? Yeah, he's sigh of relief.
It's tough. It is tough. But Spurs, man.
Hey, listen.
Those guys I don't understand. They, out of nowhere, they're good again. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't.
Players starting to return.
Play. That was always going to be something that they can do.
Yeah, but that game, talk about written, like, tie. That first half was like, yep, this game is going to be a tie. Like, but then that second half started. And it was just a different, even though it was the same team, they were doing the same thing, but it was just like they turned on another gear and Villa just turned theirs off.
Yeah, I
mean the last 2 goals it was a red card and they were kind of.
I know, but still the 2-0.
It was already
the first half was like them going kind of back and forth, kind of getting chances, kind of not. It was like, you know,
chances Villa should have definitely tucked away.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that was the first half, you know, it was 0-0, and then the second half starts and it's just Villa just, I don't know if they took off a gear or if like Spurs just kept going at this. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. I mean, Spurs just had those 2 quick goals at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah.
And then from there, Villa's heads just went like McGinn, like just madness.
Bro.
And then
recklessness, bro.
Yeah, and the Spurs were just like coasting from then on out for the rest of the match, and the 2 late goals right at the end. But I mean, a big part of it is the fact that they have players coming back. I mean, just having Madison and Son able to play together again, and then Werner and Kulusevski. Yeah, they're and with no, obviously we know they don't have any European competition.
I think
I think at this point are almost in my eyes, a lock for that fourth place. I think it would take something special for them. Yeah, for them not to overtake Aston Villa now, I think would be surprising.
And they got the game in hand over them too. It's just like it should be written for them. You know what I'm saying? Despite whatever little knockbacks. I know Van de Ven either went off injured or wasn't showing up for this game today because he was injured or something like that. Hence
And the fifth spot doesn't get Champions League. It's not confirmed yet. The way that
it's still up in the air.
teams got
it's
it's
not
up in there. So it's fourth or you gotta
fourth.
pray for fifth. Like fifth is not an option if you want Champions League right now.
Yeah, coefficients ain't set in stone yet, but we'll see, man. Yeah, but again, Spurs, I gotta keep a side on because literally 34, 35, 36, they play City, Arsenal, Liverpool in that order. So it's like we gotta see kind of what they do. Yeah, them and Man United are deciders. Like they're.
You said City, Arsenal, Liverpool in that order.
Yeah, 34, 35, 36.
That's great. Yeah, catching them at the end of that run is best.
Yeah, that's also true.
They'll be jaded.
And you guys will be at Anfield though.
I think
they play Liverpool at home. So I mean they play Arsenal at home. So that's gonna be
we play them away. So we'll see how they get on. But yeah, before we get to the picks and stuff like that, I want to tell about this one story real quick. So apparently there's been news circulating that the Cameroonian football squad has suspended 62 players for age fraud. So there's been a bunch of motherfuckers just lied about
62.
62.
Nah, I want to verify this before I
please
comment.
Please do that and go through a general Google search because apparently this wasn't the first time that it happened. Apparently there was like 24 people that got suspended for age fraud in like 2020 or something like that, like a couple of years ago, and now it came back this week, and I'm just like, the fuck is going? What's going?
Players like well-known players, or they're just like maybe local.
Listen, I didn't get into any specific names, but there's 62 of
I
these
hope
dudes.
Onana is 27.
There has to be at least one.
I hope Onana is 27. If Onana is 36 years old, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Shit is insane.
If he is 36 years and he's not 27, oh my dick. 62 is crazy.
There was like a player from I don't know where he was from. He used to play for Lazio. Like it was like 10 years ago. I remember he was going viral because he claimed he was like 19. His name was Joseph Manala or something like that.
Yo, he looked like he was 46.
Remember that? He looked like he was in his 30s.
Nah, bro. Yo, this man, Nathan Douala.
Yeah, Douala,
Viewers, if you don't know what this guy looks like, look up Nathan Douala. Last name is spelled Douala. Apparently, he is 17 years old.
That brother's
That's what he
not
tried to
17.
claim. That brother is
2006?
That brother has a mortgage he's been on for at least a decade. He has 2 teenage children.
Oh my god. He was born on May 15, 2006.
Bro, that is bullshit.
You gotta be at least somewhat like. You can't lie.
Apparently, there's a player there, Ben Elliott. I don't know. Oh no, he looks young though.
Bro,
in total,
Chelsea
15
player.
clubs in Cameroon have at least one player suspended for age fraud.
Damn. Bro, have y'all seen that movie, The Benchwarmers? Where there's like one segment where a dude from like Dominican Republic comes up.
I'm 16.
I am 12 with the $100 bill in there. So you got my birth certificate right here. Just hand it off to the dude. Just slid it. Yo, shit is insane, man.
I mean, this brother looks like I don't know, man. He looks like he's literally 36 minimum.
Dog.
Like if he's under 36, I will be surprised. There's no way. He used his son's ID. That's all I could think of.
Now I gotta think of like how many people slipping through the AFCON squad. He was like, you know what I'm saying, 18-year-old.
Yo, listen to how crazy this run of sentences is. All right, so this is via the Metro. Samuel Eto'o, president of the Cameroon's football governing body, ordered every player to take an age test in order to put an end to the tampering with civil status records, which have in the past tarnished the image of Cameroon football. Players undergo an age test by having an MRI scan of the wrist to examine bone fusion in the joint.
Just crazy, bro.
Bro, they had to go straight biological to verify this because they didn't trust any records.
He said, "Let me see your bones still developing or not, bro. What's good? What's happening?" Yo, that's insane. That's wild. Nah, man. I'm sorry. They got to be a contender for fraud.
I mean, there's a picture with him next to Drogba, and they look the same age.
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, they are literal contenders for frauds of the week. That's literal fraud territory. That's fraud status. That's insane.
Definition of the word.
It's crazy.
Oh, like it all looks like he could be this guy's son if they're standing next to each other.
Nah, unreal, bro. Unreal. Shout out to Cameroon, bro. I don't know how your AFCON performed. I can't remember how the AFCON performance was, bro. But the age fraud didn't help. That's all I know. The age fraud probably didn't help.
I mean, they were sitting on Nana, and they had this this keeper was, let's say, not on Onana's level, just because Onana like showed up late or whatever. So Onana was just like chilling the whole AFCON.
Damn,
Just
bro.
I don't know. Yeah, they're on definitely some.
They're fielding
type of-
freaking senior citizens, bro, on them phony licenses, bro. That's crazy. Nah,
Yeah, this,
shit.
bro, at least from what I'm seeing here, Nathan Dwella didn't make an appearance at the tournament.
But he was there.
What was the point? Yeah, what was the
Yeah.
point of the age fraud?
Bro, one of those benefits, man. It's just crazy, bro.
And to be honest,
America's the other way around.
and whichever manager is like bring him in because you like, oh, he's 17. I want to give him some type of experience. Come on, look at him and you say, yeah, he's 17. Like, come
Sending
on.
this grown ass man on loan to play in U21 games or something like that. Like, what type of shit is
That's
that?
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah,
Shout out to
unreal.
him, man. 34 years old, saying 17. He's
Un-
taking half his life out away.
Facts.
I mean, respect.
Unreal finesse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Miami gets paid to do shit like that. But hey, but we gonna keep it moving though. Let's get to our picks, man. Let's get to the picks for the week. Again, our player of the week, fraud of the week, Yank Picks. Anybody have them ready? Let's run through it.
I'd
Yeah,
love
man.
to start. Oh no.
Okay,
Go ahead, Chick. Go.
I mean, I wouldn't love to start, but you
I would love to start. Cole Palmer, player of the week, goal and assist against Newcastle today. Fraud of the week, Kai Havertz. I believe these performances are fraudulent, and he's actually the old
this
player.
agenda, man.
You see how he this
The guy that's helping lead our title charge, bro. We've had 5 goals.
It's
after
the definition of a
86 minutes.
fraud. He's playing above his means, but he'll come back down to earth,
No.
so he's a fraud.
No,
I don't think he knows what. Do you know what fraud means?
Yes.
Can I explain something
That's
to
the
you?
correct
Go on
use
Google
of
right
fraud.
now. Go
Can-
on Google and read fraud,
Bro,
and then read the definition you just said right
to
now.
preface this, bro, I think you need to understand that everybody plays at Chelsea. We have to view them as if we're looking through beer goggles when they play for Chelsea, bro. That's not the true depiction of what they are. They
Besides
look a
winning the
little
Champions League,
confused,
but okay.
You know what I'm saying? They can look a little bit wild. Again, listen, wild year. Again, wild things happen when the beer goggles on. Wild things can happen. But I've seen how shit a lot of you men are. But look what happens when you pluck them out of their environment. Look what happens.
Okay, fraud. A person or thing intended to deceive others. He's deceiving all of us.
No. Read what it says right after that, because I knew you were
Typically
just
by
gonna read.
unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities.
So how is him
That's the
scoring a
definition
goal
of what he's fucking
unjustifiable?
doing. Everyone's acting like he's
How is
good and he's
scoring a
not.
goal
He scored
unjustifiable?
2 game winners against Brentford.
How is that
What are you
unjustifiable?
talking about?
It's like him. It's like if he didn't score and he said, "I won that game."
Justification that
Yes,
he's done what
yes,
he's done.
yes.
What are you
It's like-
talking
It's
about?
not really
He won
him.
other goals.
He's not-
Watch the game back. I'm not even gonna use the goal and assist debate, bruh. Look with your eyes. You're seeing eyes. Your brand.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Yeah,
doesn't
brother.
have it.
This brother's crazy, bro.
These are my picks, not yours.
Yeah,
Move
no.
on.
Oh,
I let
but
it-
he
bro,
fell
you
on
better-
his knees.
you
He
better-
spent 30 minutes to do a clip of me on Onana because of my pick on and then but now all of a sudden it's my pick.
I'm changing the Instagram login so you can't post anything.
The Onana picks while his own right, but that's whatever. Oh, Chase, you better pray we don't win this league. You better pray he don't hit 12 goals, bro. You better say, oh my gosh.
I told you
Even
I'm
if he hits
Liverpool.
11.
We're all Liverpool.
Oh my goodness, whatever. But who's next?
Yeah, I'll go. So both of my picks are players who I discussed before. Player of the week, I'm giving it to Wataru Endo, who for putting a
tying
shot
at
like
home.
that
They're
against
tying
the
at home.
best.
Nice. Wow. He tied at home.
It's
and
not
he's
for
player of
it's
the
not for
week.
drawing a match.
Amazing.
It's for playing for shutting down the best midfield in world football. That's why. Incredible performance.
Tied
Do you
a
want
game
Endo
at
to
home.
score a brace on his own?
No, but
He
he should win the
put
game
in a-
for getting player of the
put in
week,
a
right?
peak-
He tied.
he put in a
He
peak.
tied a game he should have won. Wow.
Okay, the reason, viewers, if you're
I'm
curious
using
why
this.
Gene is won't stop talking, it's because he predicts he puts goalkeepers as his player of the week when they lose.
Whose
and
job is to
concede
not get
2
scored
goals.
on, and then you get scored on 3 times, and then
Lose
he's
by
player, like,
conceding 2 goals is a completely different metric
It was
to
3.
a defensive midfielder.
the only metric
Okay, need I
goalkeepers are
say
judged on
anymore?
is if they get scored on.
Need I say
And
anymore?
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever.
All right,
That's the
all right,
not
enough.
this-
You guys can have that argument on your own time. And then my fraud of the week is, like I said before, John McGinn. Absolute nonsense from him, trying to clatter Udogi out of Villa Park.
Bro,
Yeah, get out of here, man.
guys, I'm about to say, foolish, bro, foolish. Who next?
Player of the week is obviously Kai Havertz. I mean, he won the game. His team is in first place. That's it. Simple. Fraud of the week is definitely Ederson. I mean, Another. He's been this year. He's been being crazy, and I mean,
Is
consider
that a
that
fake
penalty.
injury out of embarrassment?
I don't know, but he's my fraud of the week.
Fair. Adrian?
That was tough. I'd say my player of the week was Luis Diaz because he made me really happy. Missing a couple of really good chances that Liverpool created for him. So it's Luis Diaz. Yeah, I'm trolling, obviously. And my fraud of the week, I was gonna give it to John McGinn as well, but I think I should just give it to the Cameroonian national team.
Yes.
That age fraud, because that is one of the most hilarious stories I've heard this week.
Oh, too good, man. For my player of the week, I'm gonna give my honorable mention to Kai Havertz. You know what I'm saying? Because one, he's the absolute star. You know what I'm saying? Doing wonders outside of Chelsea. Fuck that club. But my player of the week will be Ben White. Put some respect on his name. 2 assists, again, pivotal in both goals. Near flawless performance to take us, top of the league. Vital piece of what we do. Player of the week, put some respect on his name. Fraud of the week had a couple contenders, man. John McGinn was definitely up there. A story I didn't say, but in the Serie A, there was the coach for Lecce. He headbutted his own striker after the game, and he got sacked, literally. So that happened. That was a real thing that happened. So I'm like, I don't know how that happened.
I want to give him my manager of the week now.
Dog, that's Kurt, to headbutt your own man with the cameras on, middle of the field. That's some insane shit, bro.
That is respect right there.
From France, by any chance?
Huh? Yeah, Lecce. He was a Lecce coach. I forgot his name.
Was he French and bald by any chance?
He might. Honestly, he might have been, bro. I gotta double check, bro. Links in the chat.
Man said I'm him.
I'll double back. I'll double back when we talk about predictions. But there was that. There was also the lady who asked to take Bellingham home with her in that post-match interview, bro. This lady, I'm like, yo, whoa, ain't no shame in this game, bro.
Nah, she meant it in a different.
Though.
Yeah,
she
she said as like a kid.
Yeah.
You gotta add the context to it.
Yeah, but still, I out of context, that shit was wild. I was like, the fuck, yeah, old lady, bro. Yeah, I say trying to spit games out aggressively like that shit wild, bro. But nah, I haven't. Not even if she was fine or not. Even if she was fine or not, that's still wild aggressive risk, bro. That's still I don't care what she looked like. That's still aggressive as hell, bro. She could be fraud of the week.
That turned on something on Adrian's brain, bro. That's a different switch, bro. That's a different podcast.
Yeah, bro.
That's a different podcast, brother.
Listen, that's him with the OnlyFans link, bro. He working on that by himself, bro. That's not me. But my fraud of the week is none other than Nathan Collins of Brentford Football Club. That punk bitch. He was diving. He was complaining. He was clattering into players left, right, and center when they were time wasting all the fucking time, the whole fucking game. Time waste. He was time wasting like hell, bro. Odegaard goes over to give the armband to Jesus after he comes off and stuff like that. As he's coming off, and this man runs like Finster from Recess, snitch vibes, straight to the ref. He's like, look, you can see him in the camera. And then after the game, he's in the tunnel, still complaining to the ref, still barking at our players because of the time wasting and all that stuff like that. Nathan Collins, you are a fraud. You are a bum. Get bodied. And I'm glad you bees are done. Shout out to Thomas Frank though. You cool. The rest of y'all though, y'all can suck skin.
Wait, did I give him fraud of the week?
Who?
Or was that another player? Collins?
Nah, Collins.
Didn't we have a winner?
Yes, you did.
Didn't we have
I think
a
you
winner?
did 4 weeks ago. Yes, you did. You did give it to Nathan Collins.
Yes, because he was. Yep.
He's a punk, bro. He's a punk. I never seen somebody complain in my whole life throughout an entire 90 like that, bro. And you were time wasting the entire time. And after we cooked you in the end, you're still complaining, bro. Hold that L, bro.
Yo, how did Trey give out 6 frauds of the week?
Nah, I said potentials. I said, hey, potentials, bro. Don't worry. Honorable mentions. Honorables. It was Oscar season.
Honorable mention.
Oscar
Chase.
season, man. Yeah, in fact, honorable mention, definitely honorable mention Chase, bro, with the fake stogie. Yeah, get that shit out of here, bro. All right, let's move on to predictions. Let's talk about it. Let's get to these 5 fixtures for the week. Again, y'all know how this goes. Gonna predict it. You get 4 points for the right result, 10 points for the right score. 5 different results we're gonna be predicting on. The winner will get the power to mute. The loser with the least points will be subject to the mercy of the muter. And we got to get into it.
Good job, Adrian, for not muting.
I didn't use my mute.
Yeah, at all.
Good job. You don't get it. That's the second time you do this.
Wait. Can I save it for a future
No.
episode?
Nah.
Yeah,
No,
thank you.
That's on you.
That's
The thing is, I texted
policy.
Adrian. No. I texted Adrian when to mute Phil too. As soon as Phil started talking about Liverpool, and he talked a good 5 minutes about it.
Yeah.
I literally messaged Adrian like, "Yo,
thought you
mute him
were.
now." Right before it started.
This was a perfect storm too.
Yes,
Literally,
yes.
because of the derby. We were talking mad positively.
You can't
about
be
Liverpool.
too
You was
nice.
out of sorts. You could have
What derby, man?
or just a rivalry game, whatever.
The Manchester Derby,
People
bro.
wanted to
Manchester
hear what
City
he had
versus
to say
Liverpool.
about-
Let's get-
I know you wanted to
I'm
hear, but that's what I'm saying. But that's the whole point of the mute is to you can't be too nice with it.
But when I got this shit, it's a problem. All right, see, listen. Let me win again, bro. I'm wreaking
Trey,
havoc.
I literally messaged Adrian exactly as soon as you said, "Oh, Phil, now you're gonna talk about." I literally messaged Adrian. I'm like, "Yo,
Now's
mute
the
him
time.
now. This is the only opportunity you're gonna get."
So like, I wasn't gonna mute.
Damn.
Yeah, Adrian knew if I got muted, then no one was gonna be able to talk about Liverpool, and then the viewers would be left with half a picture of the game.
Nah, that's all they need,
He
bro.
made the wise
Slander.
choice.
Slander and vibes, bro.
Nah, you cannot save it. That's crazy.
Insane, bro. But yeah, we can go into these predictions still for next week and see who's potentially going to get it. First match up, FA Cup, Manchester United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford.
Didn't I tell you guys? Somehow every week we manage to have a Liverpool prediction in this 5. It's ridiculous.
been fine so
I don't
far.
know. I don't know what to say for this. I really don't know. I predict a 3-1 win for Liverpool.
I predict Liverpool 2, United 1.
I predict a 1-1 draw.
Damn,
That-
bro.
that'd be
I
funny.
don't. Wait, can we
replay?
replay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
replay the FA Cup.
They would get a replay if they were to
Mm-hmm.
draw.
Dead
Okay, cool.
replays.
Okay.
I thought there were certain
Yeah,
matches
no,
that couldn't get
I was gonna double
replays.
check if the replays were still like.
Yeah, if
active
there's no more
past this
replays
round.
after at this round and on, I would love that.
Okay, cool.
I'd rather get
replay.
knocked out than replay, man.
Yeah, fairs. I'm going to go. Damn, hard fought game. 2-0 Liverpool.
I have 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Cool. Skip ahead a little bit. In the Champions League, Atletico versus Inter Milan. This is at Atletico Stadium. Was it the Wanda? The Wanda? Yeah, the Wanda Metropolitano, I think. And then, the aggregate is 1-1 on the scoreline.
Is it 1-0? 1-0
one,
Inter.
yeah, 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. 1-0 is 1-0.
Yeah, it's 1-0
You're right.
Inter. I predict a 1-1 draw in the second leg.
1-1 draw, so Inter advances on goal difference, or just an aggregate. Gene?
I predict Inter to continue their winning streak and beat Atletico 2-1.
2-1 Inter. Adrian?
I'm gonna go with 0-0.
Brother, love those 0-0s. I just can't do a 0-0 on a knockout game.
That's such a.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Honestly, I think it's a 2-1 Inter as well. I think they're gonna go for it, man. 2-1, but Inter will prevail. Chase.
I have a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. All right, next up, jumping back to the FA Cup, because I forgot to switch these fixtures in the build up to this. Chelsea versus Leicester City in the FA Cup.
I have a 2-0 win for Chelsea.
2-0
I have Chelsea 1. And the GOAT, Vardy, 2. Vardy's team,
Star for
2.
Leicester. I don't even think he.
Yep. Leicester 2. Chelsea 1.
2-1 Leicester.
For me, 3-2 Chelsea.
Dang, another box office like the Leeds one.
Yeah.
Well, the 3-2 Leeds, 3-2 Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a fucking replay in this too. Give me 3-1 Chelsea.
He's smoking that Leicester pack next week. Back for more. 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. He's actually voting in favor of his team this week. Fairs. Back to the
Back. They sold me.
back to the Champions League. Barcelona versus Napoli. The aggregate for this is 1-1, right?
1-1. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And I have a 2-0 win for Barcelona.
2-0 Barca. Okay.
I have the same thing. 2-1 Barcelona.
They're not the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he said Napoli.
It feels
No, I
like
said 2-0. 2-0 Barca.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it
bad.
feels like 2-0
2-1 Barca. My bad.
1 Barca.
By the way, there are no replays in the FA Cup this season from the 5th round onwards.
Oh, perfect.
If any of the four, no, so yeah, so if you said 1-1, that's what you guessed. You're done. You should have known beforehand.
I don't know if anyone predicted that. Did they?
Adrian did 1-1.
So that means that there's no.
United and
So if they were to draw 1-1, they would go straight to penalties.
yeah, extra time or penalty, whatever.
Well, in his defense, if you bet, you can bet draw if they and that.
Yeah, so that's what he bet it on.
Alright, and he has extra time.
Yeah. But then he didn't predict who's gonna win it on that, so he'll get 0 points.
So that basically means.
Well, you can't predict who's gonna win on a draw.
Yeah. Okay, if there's none, we should
Exactly.
we should at least give a chance to say win or lose on that side.
Okay,
Because I didn't know there was no replays on that either.
Yeah, that must have been changed because that was. I think there's a new.
I thought they still held the replays. Yeah. We'll circle.
You could Google it right now.
Well, they had replays for the earlier rounds, but Gene said from the 5th round on.
But the straight to pens, like that's like I don't remember that being a thing until recently.
That's usually been a thing for Carabao.
For Carabao.
I haven't seen that in the FA Cup before.
All right, I'll just say if they go to penalties, then Liverpool win.
All right, fair. Cool. That was everybody else. All right, cool. And then your score, Adrian, for Barcelona Napoli.
For Barcelona Napoli, I'm also gonna say 2-1 Barcelona.
Man, fuck. I don't remember if Osimhen is fit. I am.
Did he recently get injured or something?
No, I don't think he recently got injured. I just didn't know off the top of my head, or how far away that shit was.
I'm pretty sure he is fit.
I am going to go. 2-1 Napoli.
I have 2-0 Napoli.
Man, 2-1 Napoli at the Camp Nou.
Could be a big
Wow,
win.
Trey.
Could be a big night. Going
This is
bold.
not a very good Napoli team.
Yeah, no, but still, it could be something that they pull out. I don't know. Champions is gonna be weird this season. And the last one on the list today, tomorrow's game, Arsenal versus Porto, reverse fixture, 1-0 aggregate to Porto.
Yeah, I said a few weeks ago, this is probably how the second leg was going to go. Arsenal are going to rout Porto, I believe. I predict a 5-0.
Huh, interesting. I have Arsenal 4-0.
I'll go with 3-0 Arsenal.
I would love to see a little.
Yeah, of course you would. Listen, we gotta lock in. I'm most likely gonna lose half my voice tomorrow. 3-1 Arsenal.
No clean sheet.
Gotta make it
Not a
through.
famous
3-0.
Saliba Gabriel partnership. No faith in it.
I do have faith, but I just feel like there's a cheeky set piece. But outside of that, I think I believe in my heart. We gotta do this. I think we will do this. So there it is. Famous last words. Chase, what's your score?
3-0 Arsenal.
3-0 to the Gunners. And those are our predictions. All right, we'll keep them in the pocket for next week. We'll keep tabs on everything. And that's all we got for this show. Let's run through the closing statements really quickly. Adrian, take us out, bro. What's your closing statement?
I was just checking what you said about Osimhen, and he did play for Napoli on Friday. And he
Okay.
played, I don't even know where you got this idea that he might not be fit.
I don't know when.
Yeah,
It's the same.
It's
It's the same. It's the same thing you guys
it's
said
the
about the
paranoia.
FA Cup with the replays.
It's the
I don't know where you guys
paranoia.
got
Why are
that
you so
from.
worried about
It's the
this?
paranoia of availability, bro. It's the paranoia, man. Gotta watch like a fitness tracker or some shit for this dude now, bruh. Some are gonna be
Crazy.
maddening.
This player does not even play for Arsenal. You're watching him like this.
Hey, I'm don't
Like
worry.
Vlahovic, bro. He still watches Vlahovic.
Nah, I don't watch that man no more, man.
Nah, word on the street, Trace still watches Thomas Lamar.
Bruh, how many fucking near misses we've had over the years, bruh. That's that. 90 mil is still in my heart. But Chase, man, give us your closing statement.
I'll be back next week smoking a new pack. Leicester pack this time around, like I said. Can't wait. I'll be there.
Fair.
Inside, just remember that.
Oh, man. Gene, give us your closing statement, fam.
There's an app that you could go download right now, Chase. That would help you tremendously. Could go in the App Store. Just type in BIBLE and just have some fun with it. Just go around, read some stuff. I think it'll help you.
Okay. B-I-B, okay.
He's trying to, while he
BIBLE.
while he figures out what that means when he spells it out in his head. Phil, your closing statements.
I guess mine's just I hope next time these predictions happen, I don't see Liverpool in there. I'm sick of having to do this. But I'm excited for this cup break, man. The Premier League has been pretty stressful lately.
I hear it. My closing statement is the dude who headbutted his own striker in Lecce, he was not bald, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But, you know, we move, man. Yeah, other closing statement is make sure you're telling people your real age. Guys, let's be sensible about this. Tell people your real age. Go show them some love, you know what I'm saying? Drink your water. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay out of trouble. And yeah, we will see you all next time. This has been Yanks Talk Ball, and we'll talk to you all soon. Peace.
You know what I just realized?